What's up? In this video, we're talking about aggression. This is Nixine. She's suffering from nervousness, aggression, reactivity, fear. This all circles back around to reactivity. She actually went ahead and bit my hand while trying to go ahead and put the slip lead on her. It's important to realize Nixine is simply suffering from a lack of structure and rethinking that she has to be in the driver's seat of everything. Let's talk about leash pressure. Walking with her, she's healing with me, working on the simple tension of the leash. The more pressure, consistent pressure equals negativity. That's important to realize. So what does that mean? That means the more pressure I'm putting on her neck, the more negativity that she's reading. That means that she's doing something wrong. So we want to talk about going ahead and removing as much tension as possible. With Nixine, she loves to pull, especially towards the door. Why? Because that is her point of safety. Watch this as I go ahead and walk to the door with her. Look, I'm giving a little tug, but she's in this constant tension point. What does this mean? This means this is added stress with all together. This means that there is nothing more stressful than her getting to that door. Now watch as I walk away from the door. Small tug, small tug, small tug, back into a heel. Why? Because she sees that door, she's trying to get to as much as she possibly can with everything in her, and she's putting a ton of pressure on her neck, which is very negative for her. So we can't switch over to a harness because that's going to apply even more all-around pressure, and it's going to eliminate one of the ways of communication with her, which is through that leash. So let's go ahead and switch over to a prong, and I'll walk you through that, and let's see if we can get a little bit more sense of reliability with her through a prong instead of a slip lead. Know your tools. Information about a prong collar. A prong collar is meant to go ahead and distribute the pressure around the entire neck. Slip lead only adds 1 point of pressure. So I could put this thing on my wrist and I can yank all I want, which I'm not even doing that to her neck. I'm doing slight tugs, but even if I go like this to me, it does not add pain. It is not meant to be a pressure for pressure battle. Your relationship with your dog should be like a dance, going smoothly where both parties are cooperating. Back into the training. All right, prong. Let's go ahead and put this on her, and let's step you through how I'm gonna be putting this on her because she's very reactive with going ahead and putting something around her neck, as you can already see. Okay. So we're making this as calm for her as possible. She's already a tense dog, so I'm not gonna add extra attention to it. If you're working with your dog and you get upset, leave it and stop. Take a breathing break. Better for you just to go ahead and take a second, take more time, and keep yourself calm than try to get it all done in one run. Let's go ahead and put this around her neck. I'm keeping myself as calm as possible, not adding to the tension. Come around nice and gently, clip it, and we're done. So now I'm taking this and I'm just gonna go ahead and put this on her regular collar, take her slip lead off, put this on her regular flat collar, or safety clip. We're just gonna go ahead and clip on this attachment piece. You always have to use these when you're using a prong collar. Using a non-Hermstringer branded prong collar, that prong collar is usually just gonna go ahead and rust, pop off, not properly work. Prong collars are not meant to be oversized and hanging down here. Prong collars are meant to be up behind the ears. Now, watch over here as I take her, and I just simply put her into her sit. Good lady. Show a lot of love with your dog. Let training always be a positive thing. Taking this short break to explain biting. The reason that a dog bites is because they feel that they have no way else to communicate what they're trying to go ahead and tell you. Same reason why someone will go ahead and start yelling or screaming during a conversation, because they don't know how to go ahead and better communicate what they're trying to say. I have done that quite a few times until I learned how to better explain what I am saying. Therefore, when my ideas get challenged, I know why they're getting challenged, and I know why I believe what I believe. Exactly the way it's gonna carry over to Nixine, how she's gonna go ahead and better learn how to go ahead and express what she's saying by adding a simple foundation down, guidance down, and that's what gives her stability in her mind back into the training. Now watch as I walk back over to the door. Little tug, little tug. I'm not keeping consistent pressure. Again, it's not pressure per pressure. all the way back over to the door. Nice and smooth, that seats, that bleib. As I open up the door, she waits there. Good lady. Okay, so what this is doing is making sure that she's putting obedience above fear. Obedience above fear equals a peace of mind, especially for a highly reactive, concerned dog. We stop, she's back into her sit command. Good lady. Good lady. Good heel. Good heel. Look at that little tail wag there for a second. Yes, good lady. Good lady. Training adds to, does not take away. We're gonna stop walking again. Nixine goes back into her seats. Look at that handler focus. Let me say her name again. Nixine! Good lady. Platz. That was lead, not pressure per pressure battle. Training is a positive thing. Training is something that will go ahead and continue to add to, not take away from your dog. What's up, everyone? Thank you for going ahead and watching till the end. Keep training positive. There was a lot of things that you were able to see, a lot of things, unfortunately, we just weren't able to capture. Like she went ahead and tried biting my hand again as we were going ahead and swapping the prong. But what I do want to say is this. I had to go ahead and add a foundation with her, with that, because I had to tell her, you cannot continue doing that. I had to correct that behavior. Almost everything with your dog will strictly be positive. There's a point where you try working past a behavior, but then after a certain amount of bites later, you have to add a simple correction. And that's what allowed for me to be able to have her this close to me, this close where I can pet her, have my hand on her neck, adjust her prong collar, so that we can go ahead and have it proper to her. The correction was there to add to her, not take away from her. So it's important to realize if you have a dog suffering from reactivity at the home, don't just plop a prong collar on them. First, use a slip lead. Pair that slip lead. Go ahead and pair it with a positive thing. Pair that prong collar with a positive thing. Don't pop a tool on your dog without knowing. We have more in-depth videos coming out about simply the use of a prong collar or the use of a slip lead, the use of training a heel, the use of adding basic / essential obedience to your dog. Keep training positive, and I'll see you in the next video. Adios. Hope this helps you all. And remember, keep training positive.